One of Rishi Sunak's very first acts as Prime Minister was to bring his old friend and stalwart supporter Dominic Raab back into government after a short stint in the cold. But Raab's tenure as Justice Secretary and Deputy Prime Minister was beset with problems from the get-go.
And I understand too that I have work to do to restore trust after all that has happened.
Just weeks after the Prime Minister stood on the steps of Downing Street and vowed to clean up the Conservative Party, claims emerged in The Guardian that 15 civil servants in Raab's private office had been offered respite or a route out after his return was announced. Within hours of the story breaking, 2 more emerged from Raab's earlier time at the Ministry of Justice. One civil servant told The Mirror that Raab had been given the nickname the Incinerator because of how quickly he burned through employees. Another set tongues wagging after claiming to The Sun that the Justice Secretary once threw tomatoes from his salad at his staff. From there, the allegations snowballed. It was claimed that Raab repeatedly reduced staff to tears and ruined people's lives through coercive behaviour. And so, less than a month after becoming Prime Minister, Sunak found himself fielding questions from journalists on why he'd welcomed his friend back into government with such a tarnished record. Hoping to clear his own name, Raab eventually wrote to the Prime Minister himself asking for an independent investigation into 2 formal complaints against him, one regarding his time as Foreign Secretary and another while he was Justice Secretary under Boris Johnson.
The Prime Minister requested an independent investigation to be conducted by an individual from outside government.
Adam Tolley KC was chosen to conduct the investigation, though it was made clear from day one that his remit was solely to establish the facts of Raab's conduct, not to decide whether he should face sanction. 5 months on, the Tolley report has now been handed over to Downing Street. To his allies, Dominic Raab is a committed politician who demands high standards from his staff. To his detractors, he is a neurotic bully who gets a kick out of picking on junior civil servants. Rishi Sunak may have hoped that choosing a deputy as experienced and as loyal as Dominic Raab would make his own life that little bit easier. If so, he could hardly have been more wrong. Olivia Utley, GB News.